Thinking about career growth? Join Asian Center of Entrepreneurship and Real Estate today. Learn more about decision making, essentials of business, improve marketing performance, develop crucial communication skills, and more. Join ASRE today and get a chance to be mentored by the best professionals in the country. Unlock the entrepreneurship inside you. Learn from the experts. Contact us at 0969-557-7017 or email us at ace.reasia@gmail.com. Let's all welcome our host, Dr. Eduardo Giong, MBA, JD, Ph.D, DPA, DBA. He is a highly respected real estate professional, educator, and mentor. He holds a PRC license number 001 for real estate broker, appraiser, and consultant. He is the first chairman of Professional Regulatory Board of Real Estate Service. Currently, he is the Dean of College of Real Estate Management of Lyceum of Alabang. Please welcome PRC Outstanding Professional, Doc E.G.
Hello! Good morning, real estate. Good afternoon, good evening, world. Yan. Welcome again to the 142nd episode, Season 12 of It's Doc E.G. Live. Talaga din naman, ang haba-haba na ng ating pinagsamahan. I remember we started this during the pandemic, no? And after that, it has gone through. It was just a hobby because we want to do something during the pandemic. But now, I realized that we now have a mission to fulfill, an obligation to do, to inform, to educate, and to let people not only in the academic world but also in the real estate world to know about what's happening, the trend in our particular areas of expertise. Last week, we did discuss part 1, climate change, global warming, and how can we mitigate the situation. I was watching CNN and of course ANC, and there was a guest talking about climate change and CNN. But we have now with us an expert in climate change and global warming, renewable energy, in the person of engineer Ronnie Pineda, who last week discussed about the basics of climate change and global warming, but because of limited time, we were not able to complete. And now I have acceded to Engineer Pineda to repeat, or in other words, to continue the presentation so that we could have a complete menu or a complete data of how we can really mitigate global warming and climate change. So without further ado, let us go on, and let me do the first segment, and that is the featured question of the week.
Featured question of the week. Hi Doc E.G. I'm not a broker, but I want to help my family and friends in selling their property. I am a marketing major and I want to have a career in selling property. Please tell me how can I jumpstart my real estate career. Thank you and more power. Max from Bacolod.
Thank you, Max. I know your desire to help your family. But according to the RESA law or Republic Act 9646, those who own their own properties are exempted from licensing. So they can sell their own property, perhaps with your help, just to be able, but in the end, it is them, the owners of the properties, who will sell the domain. However, if you wish, secondly, you wish to go into the business of real estate marketing and selling, all you need to do is attend a 12-hour webinar being offered by any of the accredited, well, service providers of PRC. And after attending the 12-hour seminar, you are now qualified to, well, apply for accreditation as a salesperson. Of course, with your broker. You need to have a broker with you. And after you've given the salesperson's license, then you can go and enter the world of real estate. Talaga naman po, napakaraming tumatawag sa akin at sa aming opisina about how to start up, how to start selling properties. Sabi niya, bawal ba po ito? Totoo po yun, as per RA 9646, hindi na pwedeng magbenta ng real estate property kung hindi ka licensed. And there are so many schools now that are offering the bachelor's degree in real estate management, kasi which is a prerequisite for taking the licensure examination. But for you, I suggest that you can probably help ka lang naman, help your family sell the property. But when the time comes that you would want to enter now yourself into real estate, all you need is licenses. All you need is accreditation. And you can do so. There are so many things that I have to tell you, but due to limited time, I guess we just email you and explain to you further on how to enter the exciting world of real estate. Okay? So thank you so much. By the way, let me say hello to my kumare, Melinda Lit. And of course, si Del Humamil. They texted me. They videoed. They were in Lobok River in Bohol, enjoying the scenery and enjoying the sumptuous lunch. Hi, Maring Mel. Enjoy Bohol. Okay. Now, also, congratulations to President Gigi Roa and Melinda Lit, the chairman of the ASEAN Summit, for a very successful courtesy call with the mayor of Cebu, Rama, and also I think they even went to the office of Governor Gwen. And hopefully we can have this project take off. And we are now trying to do the finishing touches for the forthcoming PRBRES ASEAN Real Estate Summit, scheduled on June 29, 30, July 1 and 2. Yan. Ayun na pala, no? Kaya po, July 29 to July 1. Ayan pala, July 1. So, those who would want to attend, and I think they're now accepting early bird registration. And please try to connect with the Philippine Federation of Real Estate Service Professional. Okay. Now we move on to the featured broker of the week. EG. I have now our featured broker of the week, a very successful and accomplished woman, none other than Dr. Josephine Enoval. Hello. How are you? It's a good thing I'm able to catch you in this time of the night that while we are having coffee at Black Scoop Cafe. We want to know your success story in how you become as you are today. I understand that you are a licensed broker.
Yes.
What's your license number?
PRC, that's Real Estate Broker License 001947. Kompleto yan, ha?
How did you start in the real estate?
The real estate,
How? Or when?
1990s, no? I started like that and then just trying to know more about the industry. So there, I tried to be more innovative in a way from an office girl to a real estate agent.
You said you were before an office girl. Where?
Yes. I work in a sister company of Ubix Corporation. And
What's the business all about?
It's all about printing, no?
Printing, okay.
Yes. And then so happened that I'm a cost accounting clerk. And that's something to go about selling also on the costing that I'm doing so much, no?
Yeah, academically speaking, I can say that you are already accomplished because you are a doctor of business administration from the PSBA. I remember you. You were my advisee.
Correct.
During your dissertation defense what can you say about your journey in academia?
Well, too long journey, you know, because being a real estate agent, I tried also to have something like a little bit. I'm trying to recall that I'm still in high school. I really want to teach, no? So that's one thing that most of my...
But what's your college degree?
My college degree is BSBA accountancy.
But you did not take the CPA exam.
I took the exam, but I married that time.
You married, so therefore you chose MD rather than CPA. Okay.
Yeah, to marry. Yeah, that's correct. So there, I tried to know. I'm looking aside as if what I'm going to do as married woman, no? And then, since my husband is, of course, a seafarer, and I'm always been alone, no? That's the reason why I try to venture in more into push the education that I want to while I'm in high school to teach, no? So that started being on that academy, no?
I see. I understand you also a graduate of a bachelor's degree of laws.
Correct. Juris Doctor in Perpetual Health.
Perpetual Health University, but you haven't taken the bar, right? No? Not yet. Okay. So, what I'm saying
I took the bar.
Yeah, you did?
Yeah.
Okay. But very unfortunate.
Unfortunately.
Okay.
As a very busy person, no?
Because you were a very busy person. Now, let us start your episode in the real estate. What are you doing in real estate?
In real estate,
marketing, project selling.
I'm more into project selling. So there, for a condominium, that's really my the works that I have done. And they're saying that I am a townhouse and condo expert, no?
Wow, townhouse and condo expert.
Because
Good.
I'm always handling a project more on exclusive basis,
I
no?
see. So you know from A to Z
Yes.
of townhouses and condominium concept.
Yeah, always.
Which you can cascade and teach to your students.
Yes,
No?
I love to teach them really on that.
Yes,
because being a practitioner for a long time, and I made money on that, no? That's why I'm very happy really to work on that field.
So you consider yourself very successful in real estate now?
Yeah, I know. No, it's in my blood. I love it.
You're a true saleswoman.
Yeah, saleswoman. Correct.
But I know that you also ventured into politics, Dr. Enoval.
Yes, correct.
O paano yun?
One of that, of course, I ran as this last, I think, 2022.
2022 election, you ran for mayor?
For mayor in Ginayangan, Quezon.
Ginayangan, Quezon.
And that's really been so challenging.
But I think you were able to taste it.
Yes.
Get a feel of it. Siguro next time around, you're gonna make it.
I just smile.
But so what you did was, now you had also a saloon, right?
Yes, been into 11th year now. I've been a franchisee of David Salon.
David Salon.
BF Aguirre branch yan. BF Homes Paranaque. Yes.
Okay. But recently, what venture did you go into?
There, I tried also to develop the first stage of Mangrove Resort.
Mangrove Resort.
Yeah.
Where is it located?
You see it there? It's located where my husband is now retiring. That's in Barangay Sisi, Ginayangan, Quezon.
Ginayangan, Quezon. And what can you boast of that? Ano ba? Alimangdo. Di ba ka mamaya? Pagkain niya na mga alimango.
Actually, it happened to be that Mangrove because we have fish pond. red alimango, and they are hiding in the mangrove, no? That's why I tried to look about where it is, and then I'm happy to have it that alimangrove is born. Yeah.
Oh, so we should be sometimes go to Alimang Group so
Yes,
we can
so,
taste
alimango. Yes, and there is.
fantastic. Yes, and you've just started, right?
Just started last December.
And how is it?
Well, it's
Do you cater to tourists or to people who are on a company outing or something like that?
yes, company outing. We also have do into reunion, no? We have
Reunions.
also some people
Oh, what
coming.
about wedding?
Wedding. There are also some
okay,
wedding
that
and
is it.
birthdays, no? More on get together. They love it, especially those being on 60s and 70s. They love to be there because you could feel really the sea breeze because it's a beachfront property.
Okay, so this is what I can say broker of the week.
Yes.
Should I say broker of the week? Wisdom. And can you share your success story or how did you really what can you advise our fellow practitioners and entrepreneurs to go into when they go into entrepreneurship and real estate? What do you suggest?
But for me,
Parang piece of advice.
piece of advice, okay. From my end, no, I feel to have it that you be as one to be enterprising, no, that's the best.
Enterprising.
Okay, and then flexible enough, no, especially with your clients, really on the matter of choosing their investment. That's very great, and then really always your patience or something like when the client says no, then that's the only time that sales starts, no.
So when the client says no, it's yes.
When it says something like something to go about, that's full of challenge, no? This selling, but this is where you're going to be fulfilled, no? So if the client says no, then just start there, no? So you really have to, you have a long, long way to go as you've been fulfilled for doing it so many times that you will harvest a lot because you love your work.
In 3 words, what do you suggest or recommend to the startup broker or entrepreneur to do? One,
Okay, one, of course, attitude.
attitude on the business.
The business, no? That's the very good thing that you have to know. And then, work hard, no?
Harder and harder.
Harder and harder and harder. Another thing, of course, the very first thing that I have to do is prayer.
It's very important. You pray to God and seek for guidance.
Yes, that's the first word that I want to tap it on.
So I can really see that you are a very successful woman. Parang woman of substance.
Substance.
And I'm so lucky to have you, Dr. Enoval, in our H-Doc EG Live.
Nahuli rin.
Oo, nahuli din. Which is aired. You can invite all your friends to watch this video on Friday, next Friday, 3 to 5, YouTube and Facebook Live. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Doc.
And God bless.
My advisor, thank you so much. You've been part of it.
Thank you.
God bless.
Wow! Wow, ang ganda naman yan. Mangrove. I hope I can be in Mangrove soon. Yan, para makita natin kung paano. Ganda-ganda naman yan. But anyway, thank you, Doc Josie. Josie is one of the very, should I say, illustrious person in real estate. Masyado siyang masipag. And I remember distinctly that Doc Josie was at the time, and she was defending her dissertation in Doctor of Business Administration. She was my advisee. Happy naman ako, happy naman tayo kung ang mga advisee natin ay naging doktor. At that is a should I say a well good vibes for us, no? Para bang masaya naman tayo kung ang ating mga protege ay nakatapos, naging doktor na rin, at the same time very successful in life. And that is something that I wish all of my students in the graduate school, and also those who were under me now, those who are under me now in their dissertation defense. I would like to say hello to Attorney Neil Galit. Hi Neil, he just received a message about his thesis. No, Attorney Neil, I will see you soon. Okay. So hello also to Attorney Uge. My goodness, the former chief legal of the Professional Regulation Commission, and it's going to be my partner, soon to be my partner in our endeavor to provide law services to our constituency, no? And also to Attorney Rick Albano, also my compadre. Hello there. I hope to see you soon next week. Okay, so we move on now to the Impo Beach. Okay. All right. So the lingering issue today in the whole world is climate change. Diba? Global warming, gas emission, and so on and so forth. We only have one Earth to live, and that is why we have to preserve our Mother Earth. Last Friday, we had the opportunity to hear engineer Ronnie Pineda to talk about the basics of climate change, global warming, and of course mitigating the environment so that we can live in a green, peaceful, happy life on Earth. And so now, again, I thought it wise to bring back Engineer Ronnie to continue his presentation on the subject matter that we discussed, global warming, climate change mitigation. Okay, so without further ado, let me bring to you Engineer Ronnie.
Ay,
Hello,
thank
Engineer
you, Doc
Ronnie.
EG. Thank
Oh,
you, thank
kumusta ka na?
you.
Talaga.
Eto,
Parang,
okay na
parang
okay
kailan
pa
tayo
naman.
nakita? Parang last
Oo.
Friday lang tayo nakita.
Oo, parang matagal ano.
You know, I have received a lot of good comments and good review on climate change and global warming. Sabi niya, this is now high time for us to really know about it. And last week, you painted the basic, di ba? The basic definitions, the what to do, how to do, where to do, things like that, no? And now you're gonna continue and talk to us until the end kung paano natin mitigate. But just the same, I think you still have a bonus also on solar, no? How can you convert waste into solar, into energy, right? Waste to energy. And I would not get much of your time kasi baka mabusan na naman tayo ng oras. Kaya I want you to start the ball rolling already. No, engineer? Sige, go ahead.
Okay. Yes, um, before I start our main topic, which is mitigating climate change through efficient ways to energy towards a sustainable economy. Pero bago ang lahat, meron lang po akong sasabihin sa inyo. At dito po wag po kayong mabibigla sa sasabihin ko. Hindi nyo ba alam na konting time na lang ay end of the world na. Mostly people do not care about global warming. Ito po ay pwedeng magkatotoo kapag tayong lahat ay magiging pabaya sa pag-init ng mundo dahil dito po sa global warming. Para malaman natin ang mabisang solusyon sa problemang ito, atin pong alamin ito sa ating main topic. Ito po, mitigating climate change through efficient ways to energy towards a sustainable economy. So, dahil dito, ay kailangan natin alamin ang punot dulo ng problema. So, saliksikin natin ito, mag-umpisa tayo regarding ozone layer. Ito po ang layer depletion. Ozone layer depletion is the gradual thinning of the Earth's ozone layer in the upper atmosphere caused due to the release of chemical compounds containing gaseous bromine or chlorine from industries or other activities. Some compounds release chlorine and bromide on exposure to high ultraviolet light coming from the sun, which is then contributes to the ozone layer depletion. Such compounds are known as ozone depleting substance. Ito po, yung pong na-expose na carbon dioxide ng mga eroplano, mga kotse, ganyan, mga car, no? Yung mga transportation. Nag-i-emit po ng carbon dioxide yan, no? Ah, at nagpupunta sa dito sa layer na to, troposphere at ang susunod ay stratosphere. Diyan po, ito nandito ang namamalagi ang ozone layer. Makikita niyo po na ang ozone layer ay meron ding positive impact dahil siya po yung nagsiserve as a protective shield. Dahil ito po, ayan, makikita nyo. Ay, sandali lang po.
Punta ka sa StreamYard. Isa pa. Yan. Ayun, no? Dapat lumalabas na yan, eh. Present.
Ay, sandali lang po at may inaayos lang dito.
Slides. Hindi.
Medyo may technical issue lang po rito at inaayos na nga.
Okay. Share screen. Share screen. Select window. Select window. Yan. StreamYard.
Yes.
Entire screen. Entire screen. Yan.
Pakihantay lang po at
Tapos final. Yan.
inaayos na po.
Slideshow. Yan.
Yan na ba? Ayan. Eto na po yung ozone layer. And dito po yan. Eto po, ganyan. Ngayon, ang mga contributors ng carbon emission, carbon dioxide ay refrigerators, aerosols, ganyan po, nitrous oxide, methane, at carbon dioxide. Ito po ay umakyat sa atmosphere natin, no? Until sa lalabas sa atmosphere. Pero some of it hindi po natatrap po dito sa ozone layer. So, pag natrap, magkakaroon ho ng greenhouse gases. Matatrap ng ang heat coming from the sun. So, yan po ang carbon dioxide ay natatrap at nagbibigay ng, makikita niyo to, itong portion na to, dahil natrap dito, para pong ano to yung ating bahay, may roof ho yan. Ngayon, papasok ho yung UV radiation ng sun. Papasok po yan. Some of it pumapasok po sa loob ng bahay. Ganyan. Pero pagka pumasok po sa loob ng bahay, itong UV radiation, ang iba ay nagre-reflect lang, nagba-bounce dito sa ozone layer. So anong nangyayari, nakukulong ang itong ozone layer at resulting to heat of this space, ganyan. Kaya po nagkakaroon ng greenhouse gases dahil po dito. So tuloy ko lang po. So dahil dito, mas maganda malaman natin muna kung ano ang nangyari sa global warming and climate change, its consequences and effects in the Philippines. Ito po. The Philippines are located across 7,107 islands, forming an archipelago in southeastern Asia and east of Vietnam. The country lies squarely in the typhoon belt and is affected by an average of 50 storms annually bawat isang taon. Most of the population of 91 million, now 100 na po yan, is at risk from landslide, flash flooding, and tsunamis. The Philippines have severe environmental problems ranging from, ito po yung lalabas na problema sa climate change, water pollution, soil degradation, deforestation, and loss of coral habitat, yung ating mga fish at saka yung mga coral reef. And expected to suffer dahil sa init po, magkakaroon po tayo ng rising sea levels at increased storm intensity. It's because of yung init at lagmig pag nagsama, ay mas malakas po, kaya nakakapag-produce ng storm. The Philippines have already been feeling the impact of oscillations in Pacific Sea temperature. Iba-iba po ang temperature. Meron po ito, yung known as El Nino and La Nina. El Nino periods, the island tend to see a decrease in rainfall, leading to droughts, pagkakatuyo po. During La Nina period, rainfall could come in intense bursts, leading to landslide and plus flooding. Super typhoons are also in the rise with 2007, noong po 2007 yan, bringing na malakas na storm, category 4 and 5 cyclones in the Pacific Basin. Ito po, this is comparative, makita nyo, ito yung El Nino, makikita nyo na nagbibitak-bitak ang lupa. Ibig sabihin, nawala ng tubig, ganyan. Kaya dry po siya. Tapos ito po, yung river, ayun na, kakaunti na lang po yung tubig. Ganyan. At makikita ang dahon. Nako, natutuyo po. Ganyan. Sa La Nina period naman, kabaliktaran, nagpo-produce po ng storm, tsunami, ganyan. At ito yung po. At with this, nagpo-produce po ng nagkakaroon ng flash flooding. Ito, ganyan. At since dahil sa soil, dahil sa tubig na nag-flowing coming from the mountain, lumalambot po yung lupa at nagkakaroon ng landslides, ganyan po. Isang result ay deforestation, both in rainforests and countries' vast mangrove swamps, is not another serious environment issue for the Philippines. After a series of devastating landslide in the 1980, the government instituted a ban on timber harvesting. Yan po yung additional information sa deforestation. Dito naman po sa shoreline, kung ano nangyayari, pagka po nag-melt yung ice dito, just like Antarctica, pag nag-melt po yan, sa ocean pupunta yung tubig niya. So, ang nangyayari, magkakaroon ng rising sea level. And that's one consequences for the Philippines. Some of it, makikita niyo po, napakataas ang pagka hindi natin na mitigate ang climate change, aabot po ng 100 centimeter rise in ocean levels. Napakataas. napakataas po ang magiging elevation ng ating sea, no? Dito po ay pagka nagwalang bahala tayo, nagpabaya tayo sa 2080, ito na po ang taas ng ating sea. Ganyan po, no? So, heavily populated capital city of Manila. This rise would potentially displace up to 2.5 million people and put millions more at risk for flooding from storm surge. Yung kanilang bahay inaabot na ng tubig, so they have to look for other place. Yan po ang problema rin natin ng government, no? So, yan po. The Philippines is home of Southeast Asia's second largest coral system, covering 9,676 square meters or 25,060 kilometer. As temperature rise, coral bleaching events are expected to become more severe, leading to the eventual depth of the reef. Ito po ay ang negative impact sa nangyayaring climate change and global warming. It will signal the end of important habitat. Ay mamamatay po yung mga mga ang ating mga isda, no? And coral reef. It will destroy the livelihood of more than 1 million fishermen along the coast and reduce an important source of food from the Philippines dahil po sa pag-init ng mundo. Another po itong yung bleach reefs. Ito po ay natutuyo. Dahil sa rising sea. So, ang nangyayari dito ay nawawala ang bleach reefs dahil hindi na makakapit sa lupa ng sea. This carbon emission grows 40% between 1990 up to 1998 with carbon emission at the rate of 1,000 metric tons per capita in 1998. Ang Philippines po, the Philippines is not a significant contributor to global carbon emission totals. Maliit lang po ang nabibigay ng carbon emission. Pero malaman natin kung ano rin yung mga na-emission na nakukuha, na i-emit. Ito yung 70% emission coming from the liquid fuels. Ito po yung mga oil, ganyan. Oil and gas, ganyan. And 18% ang solid fuels, yun po mga coal. At 9% coming from the cement manufacturing. Dito po, makikita nyo, kamukha ng Africa, yung ganyan, dito lang sila, hindi masyado. Ito, bumaba nga. Yung mga Middle East, Eurasia. Pero ito po tayo, Asia and Oceania. Ito po, naggaling po dito, tayo ang pinakamataas. Kaya nagkakaroon po tayo ng matindi yung Yolanda crisis, no? Yan. So, yan po ito pong Philippines ay malaki ang nawawala sa agriculture production, reduced fish yields, storm damage, and reduction of tourism. The government is taking steps to educate the public and institute sustainable policies to institute the sustainable policies, the government through its DOE, ito po yung Department of Energy, strengthens its net zero commitments and progress unto 2050 towards climate sustainability by utilizing. Ito po yung solusyon sa climate change. Renewable energy and energy efficiency technologies that will result ang supply natin ng energy coming from energy dahil ito po ay clean energy at zero carbon emission. So with this magkakaroon tayo ng energy security, climate change mitigation, and economic benefits. Ito po naman, dahil na-mention natin ang renewable energies, ito po ay often referred as clean energy that comes from natural resources, namely solar, geothermal, wind, hydro, and waste to energy by anaerobic for digestion. More especially, ini-emphasize ko yung waste to energy towards sa paggamit ng para sa food waste by anaerobic digestion. Dahil malaki po ang sektor at napupunta sa agriculture sector, yung mga business nila, the usual puro food po yan. Itong waste to energy ay ipapakita ko na kung paano ang food waste ay ma-dispose at ma-recycle. So, umpisahan po natin ang solar, gaya na nasabi ni Doc E.G., kung ano ang nangyayari sa solar. Solar thermal power system use concentrated solar energy. Most of the system, a heat transfer fluid is heated and circulated in the receiver and used to produce steam. The steam is converted to mechanical po para mapatakbo ang turbine which powers generator to produce electricity. Ito po ang technical description ng solar. Ito po ang sun, magbibigay ho ng sunlight sa ito ang receiver, yung solar panel, at ito'y pupunta po sa magpo-produce ng DC current, direct current electricity, no? At some of it pupunta po dito sa battery bank para ma-stored para sa gabi dahil wala ng sun sa umaga. So it is a continuous flow of the electricity at pupunta po sa transformer na high step transformer para sa national grid at tutuloy sa residential and commercial using mas mababa pong voltahe, mga 220. Ganyan po. Geothermal. Ang hot water is pumped from deep underground through a well under high pressure. When the water reaches the surface, the pressure is dropped, which causes the water to turn into steam. Pareho lang po. It spins yung steam po spin a turbine which is connected to a generator that produces electricity. Ito po ang nangyayari sa geothermal plant. Ito, manggagaling sa hot water ng volcano at magkakaroon steam at sa turbine para paikutin, nakakouple naman po yung generator up to the national grid. Ganyan. Ang wind naman, use blades to collect the wind's kinetic energy. Ganyan po. At magmumula ito sa wind turns the blade of huge turbine. Meron turbine po yan. Yung turbine spin the generator, no, to produce electricity at pupunta sa transformer na step up from transformer up to step down para dyan sa mga bahay. Ito po namang ng hydro, no? Ang hydro ay ito po yung parang dam, makikita nyo. Meron ang tubig magpo-flow dito. Ang may gravity niya kaya napapaikot niya itong turbine at pupunta sa transformer to produce electricity at going to the power lines. Ganyan. Ito naman pong waste to energy is a process through which bacteria break down organic matter such as animal manure, wastewater, biosolids, and food waste in the absence of oxygen. Anaerobic for biogas production, nakakapag-produce ito ng biogas takes place at the reactor which is designed and constructed in body shape. Ito po, ayan, to easily understand anaerobic digestion, ito po ay alternative sa non-pill. So, ito po ay ang food waste arrives in the plant and it's pre-treated and any remaining packing is removed. This fed into the digestion plant. Ito po yon. Waste separates into main products. Isa po ay nagpo-produce ng methane gas. And rather than being released into our atmosphere, dahil meron ho siyang captured na container. So ito'y captured kaya hindi siya pupunta sa atmosphere. At magbibigay lang ng steam para maparan ang turbine. At ibibigay sa generator, ganyan. Mostly ang 90% ng electricity is exported to the national grid. Ganyan po, no? And alternative, the methane can be used as a vehicle fuel. Ganyan po, no? And then fed in the national gas supply for use of by homes and businesses. At ito po ay nakakapag-produce din ng heat, no? And a third of this is used to heat the anaerobic digestion itself. No? Ito po 'yan. At another na byproduct ay ang itong digestate. Itong digestate po ay this is a digest that sinks to the bottom of the tank, which is rich in nutrients and nitrogen, which can be used as soil improver. So, pag ginamitan ng fertilizer through this method, magkakaroon ho ng mag-grow ang mga plants. Yan. Ito yung omnibus naman para makita nyo yung from feedstock. Ito yung manure, ganyan, food waste, wastewater, biosolid, at sa mga other organics. Ipapasok po dito, idadigest po yan. At makakapag-produce ng dalawang product, biogas and digestate. Ang biogas, ito po yung nagbibigay ng electricity, heat, vehicle fuel, renewable natural gas, ganyan. At digested naman, nakakapag-produce ng fertilizer, uneven bedding, and others. Since tayo po mga individual ay makaka-contribute din sa how to mitigate climate change, ito po ang simpleng para ma-recycle at hindi mag-pile up yung waste sa landfill. Ito po ay practice of 4Rs principle: reduce, reuse, recycle, recover. Ganyan po. Yan ang importance to utilize the waste material to maintain environmental health, to minimize land and water pollution, to reduce consumption of needless items. Ito po example na reduce includes all activities which reduce the generating of solid waste into the environment. Ito naman po yung reuse. The reuse of any product itself without changing its form and composition is called reuse. Ayan po ang sample. Ganyan. Also with this recycle, ito po yung sample ng napoproduce niya. At yung pong solid, yung mga solid na plastic na natira na hindi na digest ay pwedeng gawin fuel, heat. Ganyan po. Pwedeng gawing gas. So, if all these solutions had been met, most especially the goal of global transition to 100% energy, no? That is, ito po yung solusyon, yung lahat maging renewable energy. That is clean energy and with zero carbon emission across all powers, yung mga aeroplano, yun ng mga kotse ay kailangan may renewable energy ang ginagamit, no? And transport and desalination sa ocean. We will no longer be dependent to using fossil fuel like oil. Fluctuating po yung dahil sa war sa Ukraine. Kaya that's why malaki ang inflation at mataas ang price ng electricity. Pero ito naman po, pag nagawa natin, at the same time, the cost of electricity will be lowered. Pagka 100% yan ang renewable energy dahil zero carbon emission yan, no? At saka hindi na tayo nagdepende sa fossils. Ganyan. Cost of electricity will be lowered, thereby making business here in the Philippines to be profitable, sustainable, environmental friendly, economically, and financially viable. Yan po lang ang hanggang dito na lang po at sana po meron kayong natutunan sa aking naibahagi sa inyo. Ganyan, no? So, kung bilang pagwakas ay inaanyayahin ko na tayong lahat na makiisa at sa pagtulong-tulong sa pag-regulate at pag-mitigate ng climate change na sanhi ng global warming. Naniniwala ako na ang anything can happen if it's teamwork. Sa ganitong paraan ay kaya nating mabigyan ng magandang kinabukasan ang mga susunod na henerasyon. Yan lang po. Maraming salamat sa pakikinig. God bless.
Okay, so ano bang si engineer? Makita kami. Hi, hello, Engineer Ronnie.
Ay, Doc AG, yes.
Natutunan naman ako sa iyo. Marami mga questions dito. Sabi niya, ano daw ba ang maisasuggest mo sa kanila para mabawasan nila yung kanyang carbon emissions sa loob ng mga bakuran nila at yung mga basura nila hindi na nakukuha.
Gaya ng nasabi ko, the practice of 4 R's principle. para naman po yung mga food waste na natitira sa atin ay nagagamit at nare-reuse at nare-recycle. Ganyan po para pag na-recycle, hindi hindi magpa-pile up ang food waste, lalo na food waste sa landfill natin. Pagka hindi nahinto ito, magkakaroon po ang landfill ng mga pollution at magkakaroon ng sakit ang mga tao, ganyan. So yan po ang suggestion ko, even kasi ang mga solar, wind, ganyan kayang-kaya ng mga ating mga big companies, no? Sila po ang nagpo-provide ng ganyan. Sila po ang pwedeng magbigay. Pero tayo po hindi naman ibig sabihin hindi natin kaya mag-contribute. Ang mako-contribute natin na napaka-importante at makapagtulong-tulong tayo ay yung the practice of 4 hours na I mention kung paano itong 4 hours. Ganyan po.
Oo, dito kasi sa Metro Manila, you can just imagine how many trucks loads of waste are being generated every day. No, hindi lang Metro Manila, all over the Philippines. Meron kasi sinasabi na you convert this waste material into energy, di ba? Paano kaya yan?
Yes, ang waste to energy, yun po mga gaya ng napakita ko, yung mga biodegradable at saka non-biodegradable. Yung biodegradable, yung po mga pwedeng nabubulok, ganyan, at yung mga non-biodegradable ay yung mga plastic, metal, ganyan po. Yan pinagsasama-sama at sinosort out at inaalam kung ano yung biodegradable, ganyan. At ito po ay ipoprocess, ititreat, no? Into sa vessel na ito po ay magpo-produce ng steam para na sa ganon maparan ang turbine, no? Pupunta sa generator para to produce electricity.
Maganda yung topic natin. Yeah, maganda yung topic natin, engineer, kasi
so waste to energy. Yan ang magiging ang waste natin ay ginto talaga. It's a profitable one. Dahil pagka na-process po to at gagamit naman tayo ng yung sabi ko, anaerobic digestion, is a zero carbon emission. So maganda po to at magagamit natin sa mga food waste, ganyan. At makakapag-produce pa ng electricity. Kaya nga naging waste to energy. Ganyan po.
Oo, bigla naman akong dinervous sa'yo. So, pag-uumpisa mo ng speech ng iyong presentation, sabi mo, ay nako, the end of the world is coming. Well, naku po, nakakatawa. Para bang revelation sa Bible, ano?
Kasi ngayon almost hindi natin na-feel, mga 20, 30, siguro 37 natitiis pa natin yung centigrade yung hotness niya. Pero po pagka nagpabaya tayo, mangyayari aabot na ng 100 centigrade. Talagang parang end of the world na. Kaya mabubutas yung hole ng ozone
yung ozone layer.
Pasok talaga directly. Yung ozone layer, yung mga UV radiation niya, dahil sa sobra ang value ng carbon dioxide sa ozone. Mabubutas po 'yon at pag nabutas, pasok ang UV radiation. Nako, napakainit po 'yon. Yun ang tinatawag na end of the world.
So ano ang dapat gawin natin bukod doon sa, in order to mitigate, bukod doon sa sinasabi nating waste to energy, ano ba ang, bigyan mo ko ng 3 bagay na dapat gawin ng mga tao para maiwasan tong catastrophic happening na ito, catastrophic event
Oo.
na ito?
Oo, let me puwedeng ano 'no, ito, wala na pala. Oo, isa ay yung, 4 hours 'no. Ito yung, paggamit ng yung mga nagamit na produkto, eh, isa yun, magagawa nating i-reuse into form na other form, ganyan. Ayun po ang, reuse ng let's say packaging, magagamit natin 'to ah, sa sa ibang anyo ng packaging. Let's say paper, eh, mapo-produce po na puwedeng ano, flower base, ganyan po. 'Yan at yung mga iba ay, some gaya ng nasabi ko yung sa 4 hours, andodo'n po yun na isa example ko. Basta po ang makita niyo ang 4 hours, principle ma ma-practice natin 'to ay maganda at makakatulong sa pag pag-pile up ng ating mga produkto, mga food waste at hindi na siya, pagka ginawa natin 'to ay mare-recycle natin at hindi na pupunta sa landfill. At mangyayari kung let's say, ano na hindi natin ginagawa 'to, ang landfill ay mafi-fill up, ganyan. Ang ocean, mamamatay ang mga isda, ganyan. So, ah, i-ano lang po, ah, i-practice natin ang 4 hour with this.
Okay,
Ay,
napakagaling naman yung advice mo, Engineer Ronnie. At
so,
sana we can do that as an advocacy, no, to save Mother
yes,
Earth, no, to save Mother Earth. At well, I guess it is something that we cannot take for granted now, di ba? Kailangan nating isipin yan, no?
oo, at
But
pati sa mga anak natin,
eventually,
saka sa mga generations to come. Naku, pag mainit,
we
wala,
have
pati wala tayong kakainin,
we
pagka
have to
ganyan.
do something now before it's too late, di ba?
Ay, oo, yes po, ganyan po. Kaya kailangan
Okay.
magtulong-tulong tayo
I'm
for this.
sure we have left a footprint, no, in the sun with your lecture, no. Ang ganda at sana permission
Yes.
sometimes
Salamat po.
i-reprint natin 'yan, no. At napakaganda naman. But anyway, we have we are giving you actually a certificate, no, of
Wow.
appreciation
Oh, thank you.
na online, ano, ito, no,
Ah, oy,
certificate of appreciation to Engineer Pineda for being with
thank
us
you.
this afternoon to discuss on the topic uh, global what the effects of global warming and climate change to business environment. At maraming salamat again,
Maraming
Engineer
salamat
Ronnie.
din po.
Thank you. I hope we can invite you again. Do not
Sige
forget
po,
on Wednesday.
all the time.
Okay, don't forget on
Sige po.
Wednesday, Ronnie.
Ay,
Okay.
oo nga pala. Oh,
Okay,
our
okay.
blessings,
Thank you so much and
Salamat.
see you next time. Okay. So, all right. So napakaganda naman ano. But anyway, meron kaming ipapalabas, no? Okay. To present to you an excerpts of my interview with Congresswoman Marisa Del Mar Magsino on the occasion of a launching of a developing company or products in Cavite. Here we are. Let's view it. Good morning, real estate. Good morning, Congresswoman Marisa del Barmoncino. We're so happy to on what is it, Marisa del Barmoncino. We're so happy to have met you here. And we are thank you for the opportunity of giving us your thoughts on what is it for the housing and real estate industry in 2023, and what do you think could be your prognosis for the economy of the Philippines in 2023. And the last one is about the OFW situation happening now in our beach.
Yes. First of all, good morning sa inyo pong lahat. At syempre, mga avid fan ng ating father of real estate, Dr. E.G. Ong. I cannot say no to my good friend. Dr. E.G., syempre, first of all, tungkol po sa ating prognosis. Ano po yung nakikita natin for 2023, especially when it comes to real estate? I would say that after the 3-year hiatus on real estate because of the pandemic, it's a booming industry because real estate is gaining more momentum. A lot of developers now are really building a lot of different projects to be able to cope up with the losses in the past 3 years of pandemic. And I would like to say that we, the developers, the brokers, the marketers, we are all ready to jump to the new session of being a booming industry in the housing industry. And most of all, a lot of investors are here in the Philippines wanting to do housing projects. When it comes to the OFWs, the OFWs, we are very saddened by the fact that we have Julie Biranara, who was raped, impregnated, run by the car or van, I'm not really sure, and burned to death, and was deserted in the desert of Kuwait. I was there during the wake, and I would just say that the family is now in grief because we just had a burial recently.
In Las Piñas.
In Las Piñas, CAA, Secretary Tuts Ople was there. I was there. Senator Tolentino was there. Admin Arnel Ignacio was there. Yusekans Kakdak. And Senator Rafi Tulfo was there. Even President Bongbong Marcos was there. Dropped by. And there was a Zoom meeting with then President Duterte. I would just like to say that this is so saddening. And we would like to revisit the bilateral agreements of our country to the different host countries, especially in the Middle East, to strengthen and have a very stiff sanctions or penalties whenever they violated any of these memorandum of agreements or memorandum of understanding that was done before in Congress. Sa Department of Migrant Workers, Secretary Tuts Ople, all the attached agencies in our OFW party list are very strict on this matter now. There is now a temporary or a deployment ban, especially in Kuwait and other Middle East countries, till we finish and make sure that this bilateral agreement will be enforceable. If it's not enforceable, then it's just a piece of paper.
Yes, true. So therefore, you can say that our migrant workers has moving into a very bright horizon in 2023.
Definitely.
Despite the very serious happening in Kuwait.
Yes.
And hopefully, I think with the protection from the legislators and by creating laws, and also from government by protecting the OFWs, we will still be able to deploy more in 2023?
Well, I wouldn't say that we can deploy more for as long as we have to make the necessary amendments or correction in our bilateral agreement till we deploy again. Kumbaga, status quo pa muna tayo. And I do hope that what's happening now in our Middle East countries, I hope that these people in these countries, you have to respect our Filipinos, because without us, you will be having a hard time. You have to respect us, give our OFWs the very good living condition, respect the rights as humane, their living conditions, their overtime long hours of working. This should be respected because if the deployment ban will stay, this is hazardous not only for us, those kasambahays who are
Oo.
200,000 in Kuwait. Of course, they are going there for a greener pasture. But with these cases, it's very impossible to lift again this deployment ban.
OFW, I understand, is one of the biggest contributors in our economy.
Yes.
And you think that our economy, despite inflation, would grow in 2023?
Well, I hope so, and we are looking forward to that. But because of the remittances, this is 2019 data, the remittances of our OFWs is 34.884 billion US dollars, and that's the very reason why our economy is afloat. But then, if the deployment ban stays, of course, that will be a great impact to our remittances. But the cost of remittances is not sufficient enough for the social cost that we are having now for our kababayans who are suffering, being abused, being maltreated, so on and so forth. We don't want to see our kababayans suffer this much.
We are so lucky because we have Congresswoman Marisa Del Mar Magsino in Congress to protect not only the migrant workers, OFW, but likewise to look after the welfare of the housing industry in the Philippines today. With that, maraming salamat. Can you greet our viewers for...
Hello, good morning, real estate. Of
Yeah.
course, my Dr. E.G. Ong. We have been friends for many, many years, but
Yeah,
we're
in
both
decades.
young. But we're both young. I would just like to say that your Congresswoman Marisa Del Mar Magsino, One Filipinos Worldwide, or OFW party list, is working for our overseas Filipino workers, for our overseas Filipinos, national and all over the world. But nevertheless, housing industry will always be in my heart. Being the
Yes.
chairwoman emerita of the National Real Estate Association, this is my priority. You will never go wrong. In aid of legislation, we will do the best we can to be able to serve our countrymen and our people. Thank you so much. OFW Party List is here to stay. OFW, ikaw ang bida.
Well
Thank
said.
you.
Thank you, Congresswoman.
Thank you, Dr.
Galing.
E.G. God
Galing,
bless
galing,
you.
galing.
God
Ang galing naman ni Congresswoman Marisa Del Mar Magsino. Alam mo, I remember, if I can recall, I think some over a decade ago, when I have met Marisa, and we were both in real estate, and we discussed some transactions together, and I think that was the first time that I met her. This lady really is somebody who can really make it swing. In other words, she's very good in real estate, and at the same time now that she is in Congress, alam ko naman that she can do a lot of things, not only for the OFW, but likewise with the housing and real estate industry. So mabuhay ka, Congresswoman Marisa. Ha? Thank you so much. Okay, now let's move on to the greetings. You know that a friend told me that pwede ba i-post mo lang ito, that there is now, I think, a unit, 29.82 square meters residential unit in Regalia Tower C, Barangay Socorro, Cubao, Quezon City, that is being offered for lease. No, I think it's at Unit 304, Regalia Tower C, located in 150 Pituatum Boulevard, Quezon City. Murang-mura lang po. I think it's gonna be assumed balance for something like 300,000 pesos. Then you can assume ready to move in. Actually, may move in na. Kaya those of you who are having offices or who works near in Araneta Coliseum or in Cubao, in the heart of Cubao, it is a very good choice for you. So if you have anybody who would like to go, please PM us, and we will help you do it. We are only doing it for a friend, no? Okay? So salamat po. Then another Ano ba yan? That was during the time when we had Senator JB who received an award, no? Actually during the PRBRES awards in Hotel Sofitel. Okay? Greetings. Greetings, hindi naman yan pahulihan. Okay, so what's next? Okay, so moving on, we would like to remind you of some, I think a lot of things to be, people to be greeted, no? Like Bonnie Aguirre of Cityland, hello there. Would like to say hello to uh, to my boss, Dr. Danilo Viterbo Ayab, the president of Lyceum of Alabang, and also to our BPAA, Lea Digo, and BPAA of HRE, Dr. Noni Kalayag, and also to Ana Alega, or the registrar of Lyceum of Alabang, and to Jade Kimoy, belated happy birthday, Jade Angeles Kimoy, who celebrated her birthday, her, ano yan? 40th birthday only last week. So happy birthday, Jade, and also to her beautiful, cute little angel, Eunice. Okay, now we move on to the quote. Ako na, balbog tayo dito. Balbog tayo. Okay. Uh, all right. So we have. I'm muted. All right. So for you want ageless beauty, go Stem Cell Ultimate Healthcare. Okay, and that is my model, si Kate Dalaga Garcia. Hello, Kate. Okay, for Black MP Living Powder, Dr. Lulu. Doc Lulu, yes, Doc Black MP Living Water is a unique powder supplement infused with fulvic hair, with fulvic and humic minerals, as well as SEO, soil-based organism probiotics, both USDA organic certified. Yeah. Okay, well, that's it. No more. Okay, so we are still accepting applicants, enrollees until Wednesday of next week for Lyceum of Alabang, ASRE partnership. Okay. And that is with the partnership with the Asian Center of Entrepreneurship and Real Estate. Okay, offering also an MBA program together with AMA Educational System, AMA Online Educational offer master's degree in business administration online 1-year online educational program. Enroll now. Okay, so that is ASRE, Build Your Future. And again, we'd like to reiterate our invitation to you to join us in our educational tour to Taipei, Taiwan on March 30 up to April 2 to see development in Taiwan in global business and real estate. Okay, so let's move on to the last segment of our episode, and that is the quote of the week. We are all connected to each other biologically, to the earth, chemically, to and to the rest of the universe automatically. Therefore, we have to help each other and let us preserve Mother Earth. And that is from Neil deGrasse Tyson, American astrophysicist and author. Okay, so again, napakadami natin natutuhan. We have learned a lot from Engineer Pineda on how we can on the issue of global warming and climate change, and how we can mitigate this, how can we mitigate it, and hopefully we have imparted some information to you so that you can think about it, you can ponder about it, and hopefully see you again. We look forward to see you again next Friday for another exciting episode of It's Doc EG Live. On behalf of my team, we have Ellen, we have Russell, we have LB, we have Juliet, and so on. Then maraming salamat po for being with us, and we look forward to see you again next week in another episode of Doc EG Live. Thank you. Welcome to the beautiful city of Bigan, Ilocos Sur. This is Doc EG as I trek and guide you to this wonderful and beautiful city. So here we are. Let's go. And I guess about 50% of the students are moving. Bakit naman hindi ako? I believe that intensive yun na. Blended na.
Part of the exhibit, may pag-usapan na we will be having a golf tournament. So, tayo po na nasa real estate business, we should also try na
But there is only one thing that I want to do. I want you to lose after your result in the examination next year. Because you have one with value for